All right, gang, we back at it. What it do? What it do? I hope you're having a beautiful day. Already angel numbers coming through. It's 125 and 447. We on our way to heaven. Staying open like 7-Eleven. We gotta stay open to the energies, man. Stay open to the frequencies. Stay open to alignment. Stay open to the assignment. You know what I mean? Taking another walk today. Hopefully the audio is better this time. I kind of figured that my headphones are doing the other things. But I accept. I'm open, like I'm saying. That's how the message needed to come through, right? But anyways, this video shouldn't be a long one. Or message, reading, however you want to look at it. But yeah, let's begin. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Spread. It's your host doing the most, G3E, the one and only. And on this path, we are led. Thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, guides, for doing the absolute most from coast to coast. Yeah? And yes, we are on this journey within, man. So let's win. Anyways, gang, I spoke about this video, I think a video or two ago. In fact, maybe even both. But there's only one question you need to ask yourself to get everything into alignment. And I know that sounds kind of clickbaity. It sounds kind of like, what? Are you serious? What do you mean right now? But I swear by this. I live by this. And you know what? When you hear what I have to say and you apply it yourself, it's like I'm giving you the tools. It's like you can have a toolbox, but it could be empty. But once you have equipment, once you have things to use, then you can actually put it to work. So if there's anything that you should get out of this, is take this as a challenge, take this as a task that you're gonna try out yourself and see if it actually works. Because I know I live by this. I live by this. So if it's good, then it's God, yeah? So, again, this is not a clickbait title, but I swear, this is a tried and tested method, not method, I'm thinking about question, but it's a tried and tested method. I don't know, maybe it's also me saying methane, I don't know, like methane, something about like, being in the lab as well, like how things get mixed up and so on. So it's like, imagine how they constantly use methane. I don't know if it's like flammable or if it's soluble, but my science geeks and freaks, you know what to do. Drop it down low there in the comments. Give me that sauce, man. Teach me something. Just as I am here too as well, because we remain studious, right? So anyways, this is a tried and true, tested method that I know, that I have absolute faith and belief in it working. And the crazy part is that it's so simple that it's going to blow your mind. You're going to think there's a catch to it. You might think there's like some hidden agenda or secret, but really, honestly, there isn't, right? And that's how good it is. It's simple and it's effective. I think, I'm also being led to say I'm going to give you examples of how to use it. Maybe it might not be too stringent, but it's just, planting the seed. It's just going to trigger a thought. And you are then gonna challenge yourself, put it into action, put it into practice. And I think with that, you'll see that it does apply to every situation. It works well in every situation, no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're going through, no matter the experience. Just trust me on this. So this question, right? The reason why it's so good is because it's an easy way to take stock of where you're at in your different states of being. That being, where are you in your mind, in your body, your soul, or your spirit? On this channel we're calling that the holistic self, right? It's the trifecta, it's the triangle. So with you being able to check into yourself, in your holistic self, your mind, body, or your spirit, this is a way to quickly get back into alignment. And we know just how important that is, right? You want to stay on your mission. You want to stay focused on your vision. You don't want to be taken off your track. I wouldn't think of it as like one track minded, but ultimately staying true to, your mission and what it is that you want to do, because you are also aware, and that awareness is what's being applied at this point in time. So you want to accomplish what God set you out to do in all those different states of your being at every single time, right? So here it goes. The only question you need to ask yourself to get into alignment is, does it feel good? Simple, right? But I swear it's the first key to many doors, many ways of going deeper within, to not define yourself by the situation, by the experience, or what might be happening or not happening, but step into the role of the observer, to feel, again, does it feel good? To tap into yourself, to take a moment of reflection. And the more you practice this, the more in tune you get, the easier it will be for you to actually tune in and always realign. So the reason why it works, right? I'm gonna give you 3 examples, and I love the rule of 3. 3 is one of my favorite numbers, and 333 speaks to another angel number, speaks to divine support, right? Support from our angels, our guardians, and our ancestors as well. But I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why this works. So number 1, it's no bullshit. Only you know what you feel. Nobody can dictate that for you. You actually decide how you feel all the time. That is what is shaping your response, your reaction to the world, to life. And you need to remember, life is not happening to us. We are happening to life. So that means we have a power, we have a choice, we have a decision to make as to what life we want to live, what life we want to experience. So if you're gonna ask yourself, does it feel good? You're not gonna now lie to yourself. Again, no bullshit. You can't lie to yourself about how you feel, because it's what you've chosen to feel. Every day you wake up feeling like, okay, I want to be positive today. You chose that. If you want to feel down and sad and depressed, you chose that. But it's also up to you to change it, right? To make it different, to make it better, to choose better. So again, don't lie to yourself, right? No bullshit. Number 2, another reason why this works is that it leaves no room for doubt. When you ask yourself, does it feel good? That is a yes or no question. Or yes or no answer is what needs to come from that question. There's no maybe, there's no kinda, sorta, Remember we just said it in number 1. There's no bullshit here. Does it feel good? Yes. Does it feel good? No. There's a clear distinction. You're drawing the line between these 2 pathways. And that ultimately allows you to make a decision. Because if it feels good, then you're like, oh, okay, I like this. I want to feel more of this good. Or if it doesn't feel good, then you're like, okay, whoa, step back. Hold up. What am I pouring my energy into? And because we know what we appreciate appreciates, do you want to pour your energy into your time, your focus, your resources into something that doesn't feel good? For what? For who? Because again, this is about you. This, is actually what's going to allow you to draw a boundary, to draw a line in between, what you do for yourself, what you do for other people, whether something is self-serving, whether something is serving other people. But then that's why we need to go into this evaluation, this introspection, and then you review yourself, right? So you need to just check in. Are you holding on to something that serves you or doesn't serve you? You might just even need to hear some of the other tools that I am going to share, over time. But I think this is a first starting point, because again, it leaves no room for doubt. It leaves no room for questioning, because you want to feel good all the time. So the more you choose that, as difficult as it may be sometimes, of course, it's maybe it's a work situation. Sometimes it's something with family. And, there's more ties and complications when it comes to that, because of we want to make our money. We want to be good to, our blood relatives, things like that. I get it. trust me, I get it, and it's challenging, but then that's when you step into your true self, because you now are going to learn what it is that you need to heal, what it is that you what it is that you need to reveal in your situation, because you are a tool as well in your human essence, in your body, to bring about change, to bring about new experiences, not only for yourself but the people around you. You are going to be a message. You are going to be a signpost, a vessel for beautiful change, just wonderful things. So don't rescind that power, that capability, that opportunity that is being presented to you to bring about a change, not only in your life, but in the lives of the people around you. And that there's greater reason and purpose to all that you do. So don't ever forget that. Okay, so let's just recap real quick. Number 1, no bullshit. Number 2, there's no room for doubt. And then number 3, most importantly, the boy got a rhyme. It is to feel good is to feel God. Guys, this is the kicker right here. This is the punchline. So you're going to ask yourself, does it feel good? And you're going to decide yes or no. And then you're going to remember that, you are meant to have high vibrational experiences. You are meant to elevate. You are meant to be your best all the time. Yes, we have tough situations. Yes, we go through trials and tribulations. It's not always going to be easy, I'm even seeing a picture in my mind of like an accident, an unfortunate circumstance, an unfortunate situation that most oftentimes we feel like we can't even control, But if you ask yourself if it feels good, it's because you're remembering that there is another side of it where you didn't feel good. But to feel God is to feel that energy rising up within you, that godly energy, that creator, that manifestation energy, where you know that you can fully tap in to the highest frequencies of love, of joy, abundance, peace, your sovereignty, your vindication. Just wow, man. You know what? I think abundance is so different for everyone. And happiness is so different for everyone that we're all going to have different feelings about that. But what is God for you? This is tapping into the God level right here. And that's why you think about feeling good, because it has a positive impact on every single part of you, in your cells. You even heal faster, you show up better, your energy is lighter, right? And it has that positive impact on every single part of you, and it reflects even in your actions, in your behavior, how you carry yourself, how people even perceive you. I mean, you even treat yourself differently because you're happy. You're not about to go and do anything that's going to lower your vibe and be all sad and mopey and all of that, So, it really is going to show up in how you conduct yourself in private or in public, And again, remember, we want to stay in high vibe, and this is it. Start feeling good, start doing good, and you're going to be doing it for yourself ultimately. Because when you are feeling good and you are in that God energy, you'll easily recognize when something is not good, opposite to the energy that you're trying to embody, opposite to the energy that you are resonating with, that you are aligning with, that you are attracting into your space, into yourself, right? So that's very important. So, onto the examples, gang. Onto the examples. All right. Let's see. So yeah, like I was saying, in any situation, it doesn't matter what it is. Take a moment to ask yourself, does it feel good? And give a yes or no answer to yourself. And then act or move accordingly. That's it. So, remember again that you are of service to yourself before you are of service to anyone else. The example that's coming to mind right now is like being in an airplane. If there's an emergency in an airplane, and the masks drop down for oxygen, they always tell you have to put on your mask first before you help anybody else. Because if you are not good, how can you make sure that somebody else is good? Because you are your first priority. You can't put yourself in danger just trying to help somebody else. Yes, we know you love people. We know you care for people. But you have to put the mask on for you first so that you can be of better help of better aid. You know, somebody might be trying to, like, you know, even let's say get into your pockets. Hey G, give me money for this. Hey G, give me your strength to lift up this. Like, yo, if you can't even do that for yourself first, how are you gonna do that for somebody else? So it's actually an injustice to you to, confirmation burp, to not do right by yourself, because the better that you are for yourself, the better that you can be for the world, right? So the question now, with the same example about, you know, being in the airplane, is how do I breathe? Or sorry, how do I help you breathe if I cannot breathe myself? Like, make this make sense. Make this make sense. I can't breathe, but I must help you breathe. You know what? It actually makes me realize that some people's expectations of us are so unrealistic. So unrealistic. And because we love them, because we want acceptance, because we want validation outside of ourselves, instead of looking within, we will go by their narrative, go by their script, go by their movie. Play characters in their movie. Not even the main character, be the side character. Because in their script, they are the ones, right? They are the ones. But, you know, this also speaks to giving when you're able to give. Because you can only give what you have, right? So, you know, in these same examples, now that I have breath, I can breathe life into things. I can create things. Because I have this abundance, I can give this abundance. Because I have light and I have love, I can give this light and I can give this love. That's ultimately what's happening right here with this alignment. So that's what we need to do. That's what we need to tap into. So it's even better when you give from an overflow state. When you know that it's not going to reduce what you've already got. So that's why we must aim to live in abundance. Because God is going to put us in those situations where we are called to share, where we are called to give. And, you know, even as we give, we make space for new, we make space for more. Because a lot of the things that we have, especially when you are in abundance, it's not just for you. So it's going to be that knowledge, it's going to be that information, it's going to be that teaching, it's going to be just, you know, your presence showing up for somebody and inspiring them, because you've been so inspired. You absorbed so much. You watched so many things. You were taught so many things, and now it's your turn to give back, to nourish where you've been nourished, you know, to plant where you were once planted. Just a beautiful way to consider that and think about that, team. Yeah, that's good, gang. Let's go. Let's go, man. Whew. Wow. This walking and talking is so interesting. It like works a different side of the brain, because I'm like trying to get the message out and like paying attention to my walk, looking around, you know. And again, it's the awareness. And I'm asking myself, does this feel good? Yes, it does. Because I'm awake. I'm alert. I'm tapped in. You know, the boy is tapped in. The boy is tapped in. Okay, so let's keep spreading good, guys. Let's keep spreading good feelings, good vibes, good word. And again, if it feels good, then it's God, right? So just to recap one more time, to feel good is to feel God. There's no room for doubt, and there's no more bullshit. So do the absolute most from coast to coast, you know. And yeah, let's kick it. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. I send love and light your way. And that's it right there, gang. Drops mic. Boom. Peace, gang. Yay, yay.